Reverse 99 is not a Japanese game. I repeat, it's not a Japanese game. It's a British game. I already fell in love with the art style. It's a raindrop goes backwards. Ho ho ho! Alright, I'm not even clicking anything and I already talking way too much. I need to shut up for real. Please wear headphones. Did I download the right game? I'm not playing Osu, am I?
It's the storm. The storm is coming.
Do you know what else coming? Me?
Open your eyes.
Wait, what the hell is going on? We are definitely playing Osu right now. Still waiting for the British rap to come in.
I don't smoke, but my lips all burning. Must be from the tea that I'm slurping.
Our love for freedom ever.
Yup, that's the weather god punish you for your bad music.
Huge black ship behind us. We are under attack.
Bloody hell. Turn off the microphone.
That's a pure British response right there.
We must rescue our teammates, complete the mission before the storm, and return to the research center. I'm not like you.
Oh
and you
my
know that
god,
well.
our voice
I
are
haven't been trained
exquisite.
static.
Our
No,
voice sounds the
it's
best
fine.
actually. My name, there you go. Our characters don't look happy with that name.
The breach is behind us. The alley towards King's Road.
The peace be with us.
Oh okay, we're finally getting to the real
The
gameplay
enemies
right
are
now.
attacking
Oh, so we use
directly
cards to
from
fight.
Release.
Oh my god, she could actually fight. And we can combine cards to make it stronger. So I have to use this card first. So it makes ways for these cards to combine. Ooh, I like it. It's more strategic than I thought. Since we cannot move the cards, so we have to be more careful on our moves. Never mind, we can move the cards actually. I'm dumb.
Regulus?
Wait, how
Where
did
is
she
she?
disappear? Are we not telling her that we are friends or something? What is going on? We need communication skills, not magic. Okay, the intro is taking way too long, so I'm just gonna summarize it all for you. The storm they were talking about is a phenomenon that when it happens, it reverses the flow of time. 𝕭𝖗𝖎𝖙 and 𝕭𝖃 are part of the investigators. Their job is to find out why the storm happens and hopefully to prevent them. Some people are blessed with magic powers, which we call arcanists, and all arcanists have a permit to use their magic powers. Regulus is one of the arcanists that have no permit, so we persuade her to join the investigators so she could help us. Going back to the storm itself, our main character is the only arcanist that can resist the power of the storm. We met Regulus and 𝕭𝖃𝖎 in 1960s, and after the storm, we are going back in time to the 1920s. Because 𝕭𝖃 is immune to the storm, she could record events happening in the future, present, and the past, trying to gather hints leads to the storm. Thus, she is called the Timekeeper. Not gonna lie, I really enjoy the game so far. From the gameplay to the story, I really cannot believe this is a gacha game. So I've spent roughly 2 days and it took me to the halfway point of the game, and I've got some things that I really like and I don't like. So let's talk about it. The good news is, there are so many things that I like about this game. So let's start with the very obvious one. I really dig this 90s dark, gloomy art style. Forget about the happy and sunny days in 𝕍𝖏, because the only thing that is fun is when you beat up kids in this game. It reminds me of Don't Starve Together kind of art style. I don't know if there is any gacha game that has a similar kind of look with Reverse 99 since I only play Genshin and Star Rail. But this adds a fresh new look into gacha games. The animation is not what I'm expected. I thought they're not really putting that much effort into animation, like it's not enough for making me pull out my credit card though. Also, we can click the characters repeatedly in the main screen to increase the bond with the characters. It's only a fun Easter egg though, it doesn't have anything to do with anything I said before. Another thing that is quite vocal is the voice actors. I'm judging based on the English voice actors, and so far I'm still using the English dub. I tried to change it to Japanese dub, but it's actually kinda weird. Not saying the Japanese dub is bad, but I highly prefer the English dub. And I think the game is meant to be in English from the setting, the period, and everything, and I'm glad the English dub was amazing. And I think I'm gonna stick using it throughout my gameplay. Speaking of gameplay, the gameplay was nothing special, but it does its job very well. Definitely they took some inspiration from other games, but they have their own interpretation of the mechanics, combination, and everything, so it still feels like a fresh new game. And for some people that didn't like learning new stuffs, you don't have to stress too hard on the gameplay. There are still learning curves and some mechanics to learn, but it only took you a couple of minutes to get a grip on the gameplay. The developer kinda make the gameplay a little easy and simple so that you can focus more on the story. But this is where things fell off a bit. There is not a lot to talk about what I don't like about this game. I have to really nitpick something from this game, and most of these things are just for me. Like how they doesn't have an option to let me use my controller, or how they doesn't have more options on the display settings and just options in general. I know it's just a little bit of nuisance and it doesn't really affect anything. The only real thing that I could criticize is about the story. I'm not saying the story is bad. The story is better than any right it has to be. But for a story this good, the dialogue on the other hand, it's quite disappointing. The dialogue choice surprisingly doesn't affect anything. It's kinda waste if you already have a story this good, but fail to include some branches in the dialogue. And also, there is a part when there is only one dialogue option, like. And for the story itself, sometimes it gets dragged a bit, but not to the point that it gets way too focused on the side quest than the main story. It's not like Genshin, where we are more focused on the story in each nation rather than finding our siblings. Do you remember that? The story is divided into parts, and since it's quite a new game, you can exhaust all the story in a week or so. They have some sort of resin caps to play the story, grinding items and such, but if you are here for the story alone, you don't find these resins will hold you back. But still, I feel like this is only a nuisance to me, and for most people, I think they will be fine. And that's why I really recommend you to play this game, or at least try it. If you're getting bored playing Star Rail or Genshin, maybe this game can give you a fresh new excitement playing a gacha game. Because I am getting bored of playing Genshin, and if you are also getting bored of playing Genshin, you can click here to find out why.